Okay. In number 4, we were using this picture that they gave me, CGD. If I look here in the picture, CGD is here. It's 50 degrees, and I put that in there. DGE. DGE is here, and because this was 30 degrees, I know that this one is also 30 degrees, and I put it in because it's vertical. Do you see it? The two vertical angles. You with me? Okay. Then it said the measure of angle EGF. EGF was this angle, and they said it was 2x. But if I put all three of these together, they formed a straight line, so it should be 180 degrees. I combined 50 and 30 and got 80. And then I subtracted the 80 from both sides. 2x is equal to 100. They asked me to find angle EGF. EGF was 2x, so EGF is 100 degrees. Any others from the first page we need to go over? There's 5 and 6. And again, notice that 6 says that it's a what? It's a sample answer. There's more than one way to answer that. If you've got a question about the way you've worded it, I'll gladly look at them individually. On number 5, again, they've kind of set some of this up. They said MNQ. MNQ is this angle right here, which was 3x minus 13. Then they said QNP. QNP was this angle, which was 58. If you look in the corner, there was this little corner mark, which means the whole thing was equal to 90 degrees. I put together my like terms. A negative 13 and a positive 58 became 45. I subtracted 45 from both sides, giving me 3x equals 45. And I divided both sides by 3, giving me x equals 15. I plugged the 3 back in, so I have 3 times 15 minus 13. So I had 45 minus 13, which gives me 32. If this is 58, this one would have been 32. 32 and 58 should add up to equal what? 90. And it does. Other questions? Okay. Notice a lot of these are going to say what? Sample. Okay, which angles do you have listed? N, U, S, and? N, U, T. Okay. They would be adjacent, although I would say NUT you have to be careful with, because NUT could be on either side, right? It could be going this way, or it could be going this way. So long as you're on the right side of that line, they would be adjacent because they shared the vertex of U and they shared a common side. But if you were on the left side of the line, they would have also shared some of the inside. In other words, they overlap. That would make them non-adjacent. Okay? Yes. Number 11. They're asking which is greater, TUR or RUQ. TUR is here, or RUQ, which is here. I can actually calculate how big this one is. This is 41 degrees, and this is 90. So this angle was 41 plus 90, or 131 degrees. You with me that far? If this one was 41 degrees, then over here was also what? 41 degrees. If this is 41, these two have to add up to 90. This had to have been 49 degrees, which means this one is going to be 49. And now I would have been adding 49 and 90, which means this one is 139 degrees. Which one's larger? RUQ is how many degrees larger? 8 degrees larger than RUT. Okay? Yes. Number 10. Find QUR, justify your answer. Again, there's more than one way that we could have done this, but if this was 90 degrees up here, this is also what? 90 degrees. If this was 90 degrees up here, this would have also been 90 degrees. So 90 minus 41 would have given me this 49. And then I could have added these two together. 90 plus 49 equals 139 degrees. Okay? Others from this page. Anybody want something from the sample answers? Do you want to check yours to see if they're correct? Reardon. Which number? Number 9, and what did you have? SUQ. SUQ is already 180 degrees. Remember, to be supplementary, it has to be two angles that add up to what? 180. So this will definitely not work because the other angle would have to be 0. Okay? It's difficult to tell, and by the way, when you're dealing with an angle that's 180 degrees, it will make a straight line. But if I said SUQ, it's really difficult to say whether I'm on the top part or if I'm on the bottom part. But angle measurement-wise, would it change? No. There is no such thing as a 0-degree angle, but a 180-degree angle we have. Hang on. Number 7, you had TUP and PUQ. For number 7 to be adjacent, they have to share a vertex. They did share U. They shared the side, PU. They didn't share any interior, so that would be okay. They would be adjacent. They would also be complementary in this picture. Anybody else want to check something that they had? Number 9. QUP and PUS. Those two angles do, in fact, form a straight line. So they do have to add up to what? 180 degrees. So they would be supplementary. Okay, everybody good now? Okay, there's 12 and 13. In this particular problem, they told me that this was 84 degrees and this one was 4x. These two angles are vertical. Vertical angles are always equal. So 4x is equal to 84. And I would divide both sides by 4 then to find the value of x. X is equal to 21. That takes care of number 12. When they're looking for KMH, they're looking for this angle right here. And if I put these two angles together, they should add up to 180 degrees. So if I take 180 and I subtract 84 from it, it would give me 96. Okay? On number 17, the key word is complementary. Complementary means that two angles added together equals 90 degrees. It says angle A is 40 degrees greater than angle B. So if one of them is x, the other one is x plus 4. This must be A, this must be B, because 4 degrees greater would have been A. I would have combined my like terms. X plus x is 2x, plus 4 equals 90. I would have subtracted the 4 from both sides. 2x is equal to 86. And I would have divided by 2. X is 43. Angle B then was 43 degrees. Angle A was 4 degrees more, 47. If I add 47 and 43 together, what would it give me? 90, so I can see that A and B were still complementary. Number 18 is the same type of problem. Number 18 says two supplementary angles. In other words, that's two angles when I add them together that are equal to 180 degrees. And it says angle D is 5 times greater than E. So if this is E, then D is 5 times that size. 5x plus x is 6x. I would have divided both sides by 6. X would be equal to 30. That would have been angle E. Angle D was 5 times that big, or 5 times 30, which is 150. That would have been angle D. And again, I can see 150 and 30 adds up to what? 180. Reardon? Okay. Okay. On problems like this, these are the kind that I'm telling you that before I answer these questions, I actually work what I call work the picture. I fill in everything that I can fill in the picture before I go any further. If this is 90 degrees on this side, then over here was also 90 degrees. And I take 90 and I subtract 62 from it to find out that this other angle was 28. If this one was 28, then this one's also 28 degrees because they're vertical. And I can find the other angle that's up on top by taking 180 minus 28. When I subtract this, it's going to give me 152. You with me that far? I've worked the picture. CBA. Angle CBA. Now I can answer it straight out was how big? 152. I always work these kind of problems. I work what's in the picture first, then I start answering questions, because 9 times out of 10, if you do that, the answer is going to be in your picture. David? You could have, because this angle and this angle are what type of angles? They're vertical. So you could have done that. But if you did that, you might not have seen this angle when you went to find it. Okay? I work everything in the picture, then I start answering questions, because if I do it that way, the answer is going to be in my picture, even if I have to add 2 pieces together. It is going to be there. Other questions from the work? Okay. Listen, when you get your worksheet today, on side A, B, I want you to do them all, but on side C,